Hi everyone, I think we should do a reading this morning. We did one yesterday and I posted one on YouTube as well, and you can look up yesterday's general reading. I want to talk a little bit about the astrology right now because we are entering and in Mercury retrograde. Welcome. Yes, I did write a big post, so feel free to look that up on my page. But I want to just talk a little bit about the Mercury retrograde and how it's affecting everyone. So, again, just for general purposes, Mercury does not actually go backwards in the sky. It's just our viewpoint because of the position of it in regards to the sun and us. It looks like it's going backwards, but it's not. Okay, so one of the things that's really interesting about this Mercury retrograde is it's starting at 22 degrees. If you don't know anything about astrology, let me inform you. 22 degrees is a pretty important part of the Western zodiac. It is the can make anything happen kind of energy. Now, this is retrograding here. So I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of retraction. We're going to see a lot of pulling back from what was released. If you guys are catching my drift. And there may be a washing, a blank washing over this energy until we hit April. Now, it's very important to note that Mercury will remain in shadow until for a whole month after it goes direct. So it's going to go direct the second week of March, and then a month later we are in new territory, and it is out of Pisces and out of shadow. Okay, it takes a while, it's a long one. So there is a lot of storylines about what is believed to be true, not what is factually true, but what is felt as true. That's shifting. Okay, and it's making this point so that we all get more honest with ourselves and have more discernment, because that's a big part of 2026 is learning independent and individual discernment, rather than hearing something, feeling it, and taking it in as your own, or alternatively feeling something, not appreciating it, looking it up, finding information, and then having a feeling either positive or negative. Whichever way you go about it, the information that's being provided to you, especially the information that has come out over the last couple of weeks, it's important that you take it with a grain of salt. Okay, don't bet your life on it. Don't put any money on it. Just take it with a grain of salt and wait. This is a major thing actually that I noticed when I was watching baseball last year, is that a lot of the signings that happen when Mercury is in retrograde end up being revised, or the contracts getting cut short. Last year, I looked up a couple of players who had switched their contracts or changed their contracts halfway through or partway through. And when I looked at it, their original signing was during a shadow or a Mercury retrograde shadow, or a Mercury retrograde itself. So this is something that it affects literally everything subconsciously, and the more that we reckon with it and let it come to the conscious mind, the more we can prepare for it. And the only way to prepare for a Mercury retrograde in Pisces is to let that shit go. I'm fucking serious. And it comes up in your face and you're like, rah, 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 rah. You're going to want to defend, you're going to want to argue, you're going to want to fight, you're going to want to get into it. You have to pick your battles. You have to conserve energy. Yes, there are so many good important fights to have, but you can't have all of them. And it's important to reckon with, when you're coming in hot, where your opponent's at, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of that, so that you can actually have a fair debate, have a fair fight, have a fair conversation. So yeah, a lot of this is going to be about taking a step back, not reacting. And I always tell my clients, don't react, respond. However, this one is going to be about really registering that non-reaction in yourself, because there is a tendency to really overdo it in this frequency that we're into. Also, we have an eclipse coming up on the 3rd of March. Well, Mercury is retrograde, so there are likely to be big shifts because of information that has been altered or changed, and belief systems that have now been reflected as not worthy of belief. I think that's a good way to put it. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else we need to know? Well, as I record this right now, we are at 9 degrees. The sun is conjunct the north node. This is a big one. When we are in between eclipses, if it's not a total eclipse, where you are, when you look in between eclipses, there will be a day where the sun and the north node come together. This is that day where we are having the nodal energy with the sun. This means there is a breakthrough. This means there is a on button that has been pushed. So if you're feeling ready to make the plan about the rest of this year, about the rest of this decade, this is the time to let yourself dream it up. Let yourself envision it. Let yourself have these big ideas up in here and talk about them with people you trust, people you love. And like I said, pull back from reacting and let yourself respond, because there is going to be input and interest and information that's going to come to you about in these conversations that may not sit with you right away. You may be like, oh, I don't know if I like this. Trust me, let it digest, give it some time, and it will work itself out, okay? I think that's about it for now. I think we should pull a card, and then we'll close up this reading. This has been Astro Bree, just giving you a little check-in about the astrology as we sit in the beginning of Mercury retrograde in Pisces at 9 degrees. You're at 9 degrees of Pisces. Sagittarius people, by the way, this is a big day for you. When the sun is at 9 degrees, it's a pretty important day for you to sit with yourself and register things and let the plan soak in. Let the vision come to light in your heart and in your mind. All right. Final messages here. Okay. This one's behind this one. So, what's going to happen when you debate people and you react rather than respond? It's going to leave you having arguments in your own head by yourself, wishing that you had spoke differently. Let's not do that, okay? Let's let it slide. Let's move slowly. We don't need this energy. We don't need this energy. We don't need this energy. So just pause and breathe. And remember, it's one day at a time, but sometimes it's 1 second at a time. Bye now.